Okay, so for our lesson today, we're going to be talking about taking notes for our informational paper. So here's one way that you can do your notes. This is called the Cornell style. Okay, and what you do is you make lines just like I did here, a little bit down. You're going to do a line here. About a little bit in, make a line here and here. So with Cornell notes, what you do is you would put your title here. So whether you chose earthquakes or volcanoes, you'd put either earthquakes or volcanoes up here. And then you'd have Q questions, okay? And I'll go over what those look like. You would list your Q questions here. And then on the other side, you would have your main notes, key thoughts that go with those Q questions. And then you have a summary of your notes down here. Some high schools and some colleges use this as a way to take notes. It's a good way to have things very organized for you. You don't have to do it that way, but you can. But I'll show you an example of what that looks like using a different topic in science so you can see how it would be done. So I chose weathering, what we're working on right now in science. So as you can see, I recreated the Cornell notes for weathering. So I have weathering as my title. I have a couple Q questions here. What is weathering and what is mechanical weathering? Okay, and so here right next to what is weathering, where it starts, okay, this is where I started. So I would do one question at a time. So write what is weathering first, and then write on the same line of your notes here so that when you know what goes with what. So see how after I wrote the breaking down and changing of rock at or near Earth's surface, I skipped a line and put my next Q question. What is mechanical weathering? Okay, and then I started on the same line over here for my notes. I wrote my notes, and then so on and so forth, and you do however many pages you need to. Then I did a summary here. I pretended like I filled this all up, and I put, weathering is the breaking down and changing of rocks at or near the Earth's surface. You can have mechanical and chemical weathering. Examples include tearing paper, which is a form of mechanical, versus burning paper, which is chemical. So this is what you could do with yours. You would have earthquake or volcano, your Q questions, and your main notes, key thoughts, summary. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can organize your notes by your key star ideas. Okay, so you can just get a regular old piece of paper. I would title it, this first line here, whatever your first key star idea is, or even put the key star idea as your title here and just use a page for each key star idea. And you don't have to fill the whole page if you don't want to, but you could put your key star idea up here and then do all the notes that go under that key star idea. So again, we're going to be working on taking some notes. We finished our outline. So you're going to get your science book and you're going to go through and either doing the Cornell notes or just taking notes by your key star ideas. You need to start taking down all the information that you're going to need to write for your paper, because you're going to reference these notes when we start our first draft. So if you have any questions, there's some references on Google Classroom of examples of Cornell notes and things like that, or you can reach out to me and I can help you with those notes. But you need to have those notes done as soon as possible so that we can get going with the next stages of our paper.